Hi, I'm Jim Gordon and you're watching Market 1 Minute. Joining us is Jay Hutton, CEO, President and Director of VSBLTY Group Technologies. Jay, welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you, Jim.
Great to have you here as well. Okay, tell us about the introduction of programmatic advertising in Latin America.
Well, Jim, it might be a good on-ramp to first define what programmatic
That would
is.
be great too.
Programmatic is an area where we define our inventory and we make our advertising slot inventory available to the big wide internet universe. One way of selling advertising is to sell it to a dedicated advertiser for a specific piece of time.
Right.
The programmatic world is the opposite of that, making the inventory available for basically bidding, real-time bidding on the available slots and the audience associated with those slots. It's been going around on the internet and you get it on your mobile phone for 15 years.
Yeah.
It has never been part of display advertising in physical bricks and mortar, and that's a breakthrough moment for us and for the industry, frankly. So we deployed that in Latin America starting last month after several months of testing, and we're very hopeful that it's going to have an enormous revenue impact and an impact on consumers where they're going to value this kind of real-time, demand-based advertising that happens in retail.
And Jay, how does programmatic advertising impact VSBLTY in terms of the growth in the market and related revenue?
Well, if you think about advertising, what you need to think about is the value of the platform. And we think of stores as the platform. So the store themselves will have an overall media value when sold in a sponsorship way. And sponsorship means it's the hand-to-hand combat of getting one advertiser at a time to buy slots on a specific duration or reel within the store. We think programmatic is going to change the metrics of that. So programmatically, brands will buy impressions. I want to buy 5 million impressions over a month. At whatever location. When you hit 5 million, you stop. So the overall value to the advertiser is much higher because they get audience confirmed impressions. So this is why it's going to change the landscape of advertising and enormously impact physical bricks and mortar.
And Jay, explain to our viewers the concept of store as a medium.
Sure, the vernacular that's evolved in the industry is both store as a medium and store as a media channel. They're essentially synonymous. You can think of multiple media channels where advertising can be delivered. The internet is a media channel. Broadcast media is a media channel. Print is a media channel. So we always knew that if we could articulate the store as a media channel, we could create a brand new source of revenue for retailers and a brand new area for brands to deliver impressions directly at the point of influence, the moment of truth, where decisions, buying decisions happen. So brands know, big brands, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, understand that if they want to create a direct and intimate engagement with their customer, that happens at the point of sale. So if we can turn that point of sale by way of computer vision into a measurable medium, we're actually turning the entire model on its head and making that store a brand new media channel that will generate revenue it's never generated before.
And tell us about the strategy behind the company's deal with Mountain Express Oil convenience stores.
Yeah, so as the store as a medium or the store as a media channel evolves, there's going to be different areas of attraction. But the one that's impressing us most in terms of its velocity and speed of adoption is convenience fuel. So the 7-Eleven category, the Circle K category. Mountain Express is a very comprehensive 2,000 plus location, mostly east of the Mississippi, that are deploying our technology and driving brand new advertising revenue because of that technology. We took a very unique approach. We discounted our tech stack, sold our actual software as a service for less money per location per month, but took a role in delivering the advertising revenue. So we leveraged our software as a service license, but now we have a 30% interest in the media revenue that's generated by the store. This is in part because we really believe in the growth of the opportunity from an advertising perspective and are leveraging our technology to have a reasonable and appropriate placement in that media revenue that's coming. So we're excited about that and think it's going to have enormous consequences for the organization.
Jay, finally, can you provide some insight into VSBLTY's recently announced alliance with the Al Jabar Group in the Middle East?
Sure. I think it's important to point out that it came as a result of us making a few waves in the category. Starting to secure some successes and aligning with some significant partners. They approached us, and the objective was to take some of our retail and principally security solutions into that marketplace in the Middle East. Now, Al Jabar is a subsidiary of Asmil Holdings. Asmil Holdings is an IT and construction conglomerate, around about $5 billion in size, very significant going concern. But Saudi Arabia is engaged in a wholesale rebuild of the country. right? They have this Vision 2030, which is the new Crown Prince's objective to diversify the economy away from energy. So what they're building is multiple, what they call smart cities, the 3 largest smart cities in the world, Red Sea, Neom, and Qiddiya, all of which are embracing this idea of smart cities that leverage artificial intelligence, camera technology, etc. It's all the things necessary that computer vision can do to make a city run more efficiently. So we're really excited about that. They approached us because of that desire. They're a construction company. So of course they're building our technology into these smart cities.
Right.
And of course they're now leveraging our retail capabilities for the entire region. It's important to point out, Jim, if I could just really quickly, that it's a region initiative. It is not a Kingdom of Saudi Arabia focused initiative. Happens to be a Saudi Arabian company, but it's all over the region. And for us to find a trusted partner that's also invested in the company, we've got a very tight relationship and big plans.
Excellent, fascinating stuff, Jay. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jim Gordon. Thanks for watching this Market 1 Minute on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with other videos that we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click on this list to see other great videos from Market 1. And thank you again for watching.